First, what's your name?
My name is Marshall Pumphrey, and I'm
Marshall Pumphrey,
and I'm on the advisory board of the Long Beach Heritage Museum, which is currently a museum that's looking for a new home because the home currently is in storage. And we're here today to get more people involved in the history of Long Beach and to tell people about the wonderful Jergins Tunnel, which was built in 1927 to accommodate the large crowds of people that came to Long Beach to go to the beach. And since the train was running along Ocean Boulevard and there was so much traffic, they built this tunnel to make it easy access for people to cross Ocean Boulevard from the north to the south and go underneath the Jergins Trust building all the way down to Seaside. But another 75 yards past this entrance because the ocean waves were crashing right there on the beach. And they closed it 40 years later because the pike and some of the elements there didn't make it safe for everybody.
Right, yeah.
So it's now been 40 years since it's really been open for anybody really to go in, except for a few small little meetings to discuss its future.
So the pike was over here right across the street, correct?
Right there at the Ocean Center building. That was one of the grand entrances.
Yeah, and now what's going in there? It looks like there's a cave. Okay.
Right, there was the big street there called the Walk of a Thousand Lights.
Walk of a Thousand Lights.
Which had lights, and that was the main entrance to the pike.
Okay.
So people would
cross
over.
And this was adjacent to it, and what did it have here before?
It was the Jergins Trust building, which he was a miner? No. He was oil magnate. Oil magnate. And it also was used as a courthouse.
I see.
During the transition in Long Beach.
The actual tunnel in there.
Oh no, I'm sorry, the building that existed
the building.
Here.
Okay,
yeah,
the building on
Jergins
top.
Trust.
Okay.
And this is what the building looked like.
Okay.
This is an old postcard back from the 20s. And you enter from the south side of Ocean Boulevard here, and it went straight down to where we're standing here.
I see.
And then it continued on to where you can see the beach is here. And there was waves in Long Beach crashing along that.
So how long ago did you guys start doing the film thing? Is this a new thing, doing the old filming, or is it first time?
First time it's
Was it used for anything before that, the tunnel?
The only thing I know that it was used for, because the last time I went in it many years ago, before all this, storing saltine crackers during World War II. No, there was a lot of storage of crackers.
Wow, that's interesting.
And water.
What were the crackers for?
It was for emergency.
During the war.
During the war.
Okay, like rations, sort of, or you know.
Yeah, so it was just filled with crackers and water.
Crackers and water.
That was back in the 80s when they opened it up for a walking tour.
I see. Okay. Okay. So after they got rid of the crackers, then tonight is the first night for a film screening. Is that correct?
Correct. That was innovation from the University of USea.
Can you tell us a little bit about tonight and what's going on here?
Ken, wake up.
Ken, do you want to tell us about the?
He provided the films.
Okay.
And
I'm worn out.
You're worn out. Okay, that's all on you.
And the University of USea came up with this idea of education and exposure and opening up this tunnel. And Ken Larkey, the founder and head of the Long Beach Heritage Museum, provided the key films, the Earl Doherty stunt flight film over Long Beach, which is one of the featured films they've been showing.
Yeah, and the Heritage Museum is looking for a new home here?
Right, because currently it's in storage.
Okay.
It's looking for a home in a nice location that can provide maybe upwards to 2,500 to 3,000 square feet. And the tunnel's not going to be its home. The future of the tunnel is uncertain.
Okay, so this is like a little hermit crab home right now.
Right now, the homeless have lived here during periods where they found a way in there. But the tunnel now is beautiful. Have you been in the tunnel?
We were just in the tunnel. We just were looking at some old footage. So tell us a little bit about the footage. What was I looking at there? Looks like some airplanes flying overhead.
It's the old footage of Earl Doherty, who was a famous stunt flyer and the founder of the Long Beach Airport, which used to be called Doherty Field. And he was a pioneer in aviation that unfortunately even died doing a stunt. He was also married doing a stunt with his wife Kay Doherty on an airplane.
There's so many stories about that happening, people dying on their own inventions.
Yes, yes.
Have you heard that about the traffic circle? The guy who made the traffic circle died on the traffic circle?
I heard his dog even was killed there.
His son? Okay. All right. We're getting the longest history here. Okay. So what else about the films in the museum we want to say?
I haven't even seen the films, but I've already ordered a copy of. I might have seen parts of them.
Okay.
But I know a lot about Earl Doherty. Earl Doherty was quite a pioneer, and he used to actually run amusements right here on Seaside Walk, where he owned Earl's apartment, and he had a little airstrip here. People could come up and they could purchase a coupon, and they check off for $10. He could do 5 stunts, barrel rolls, do all kinds of amazing things, and he got the $10 and he had to do these stunts. I have one of those tickets in my archives.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Earl Wright, the Wright brothers era? I mean, one of the first kinds of planes, is that, would you say?
Well, he was an aviator back in the teens and the early 20s, and he died at age 28.
Okay, what are you selling here? Are you selling some postcards?
These are vintage postcards of Long Beach that we're selling to raise funds for the museum's building fund. And these date back from the early 1900s
They are
to
so
the
cool.
50s and 60s. Anita, what are you finding interesting here?
Just what Long Beach used to look like.
Oh, it's old
postcards really
Look at
show the history.
that. That's when we had.
These are old vintage postcards. This is from the early teens, showing waves at the pavilion at the Pine Avenue
Before
Pier
the breakwater went in.
with waves.
Yeah,
And
that's neat. Okay. All right. So the basic thing is that the Heritage Museum, Long Beach Heritage Museum, is looking for a new home.
right,
And,
the storage doesn't allow people to see the beautiful
And
artifacts.
how can they contact you if they want more information or they want to give you a new home?
They can contact
The museum.
the museum.
The museum.
Can
Okay.
I leave the phone number?
Yeah.
I've got permission from the head man here, Ken Larkey. The phone number of the museum is area code 562-433-4156.
Okay. All right. Well, so if anybody wants information about the museum and how to get involved and help out down here at the Long Beach Heritage Museum, they'll know where to find you.
And there's also a website, which
Okay.
is real easy, longbeachheritagemuseum.com.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hear you guys need donations. Is that true?
We need donations, we need members, we need new ideas.
Volunteers, maybe?
Volunteers, docents,
Everything.
and it's all fun. You meet
All
great
fun.
people that have a lot of wealth of information and
Okay,
history.
well, I hope you guys
It's
have
all good.
a good night tonight.